Hey, and what is going on, everybody? It's Zero here, back with some more Diablo 3 action, and I was asked a question the other day about how I get all my gear. Some people that I play with seem to think that I have a real easy time, or that I have a horseshoe up my ass, or something along those lines, and I say, well, you know, I don't have the best gear. There's a lot of witch doctors out there that have a lot better stuff than I do, and, you know, stuff that I desire as well. But they're like, well, you get so many drops all the time, and you know the clan thing is always filled with zero cool looted, you know, all the time. And as you can see, my buddy Oz here doesn't have any problems, but I get a lot of stuff: zero cool. Most of it's usually filled with me. So I said, you're just not maximizing the way you run your rifts. Okay, a lot of people I've noticed, especially in public games, I notice, you know, they run through the rift, blah, 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 kill the guardian, and they're like, hey, let's go, let's start a new one, right? And I think that's the wrong way to go about rifting, personally. So what we're going to talk today about is if maximizing, I guess, your legendary drop potential, maximizing your rift runs. Okay, I'm going to show you this, guys, right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got all of those out of the last rift I ran. All of them. One rift. Okay, I only have enough stones for one more rift. Okay, so when you run into a rift, don't leave the moment the guardian is done. That's rule number 1. Okay, if you leave the moment, what if you kill the guardian on the first floor and there's another 4 floors? Okay, the best drop chances in the game are in rifts. If you kill the guardian and you leave 4 floors undone, think about all the drop potential that you just missed out on because you're in a rush to get more bloodstones for gambling or something along those lines. You know, and I should, you know, I just realized, sorry about this, guys. Let's just plop that down to like 20 or so. Okay, we don't want to miss out on any of those potential drops, right? Especially with the way the game is now. This is not vanilla, okay? Legendaries are going to drop from all manner of things now, guys. Okay, we get legendaries from chests. We get legendaries from loose stones, dead bodies, jars, boxes. We get these suckers all over the place, and you can still get them from trash mobs too. Not very often you get it from trash, but it does happen, right? So there's no reason at all to leave a rift. Okay, there's going to be one exception. Okay, I'm going to give you one exception, and this is usually when I leave. Okay, say I've already killed the guardian, and then I get into the spider caves. Okay, I hate the spider caves, and that's about the only time that I ever leave a rift uncleared by 100%. I always clear my rifts. You know, unless I'm recording a video, I 100%, 90% of the time, I'm going to clear a rift completely, right? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to clear an entire rift here. And I won't even leave the floor. I'm not going to leave the floor if I find the exit. If there's still more area for me to explore on this floor, when I find the exit, I'm going to go back and I'm going to explore it. And I'm going to click every clickable and break every breakable. And that's why I get lots of legendaries. I get tons of legendaries. I don't use most of them, mind you, because of, you know, just the way my gear is right now. It's hard for me to find upgrades. But, you know, right now I'm really looking for an SMK, as is pretty much every witch doctor in the game. And I need to maximize my potential for getting that SMK. And the way I do that is I turn over every stone and search every nook and cranny for legendaries. I'm not going to leave any possible legendary drop situation untouched. There's no reason to do that, okay? Now, remember though, RNG being what RNG is, sometimes you're still going to have rifts where you don't even get one, or you might just get one, and that's just because of the way the drop system works in the game. But then there's going to be times where you're walking out of one rift with like 10, 11 legendaries because you searched everything in the rift. And at the same time, though, it's possible for that same rift that could have given you 10 legendaries, you only got 5 legendaries because you didn't break every breakable object, or you didn't search every searchable object, and you just ran through and killed the guardian and left. Now, wouldn't that put a sour... I know that would put a sour taste in my mouth, knowing that, oh, I could have had 10 legendaries instead of 5 legendaries, right? When I play with people a lot of the time, I'll veer off course. I won't follow them completely, and I'll go out of my way just to break a few barrels. And then they seem to think that's odd, but I don't, because... And then I end up... There we go. Lego number 1! What do we got? That's not very good, but it doesn't change the fact that that's another Lego, right? We got another leg, first leg, and we're going to keep searching here. Next legendary could come out of a loose stone on the floor, or a pot, or a chest, or a corpse. You know, there's no reason to see. Here we go. We're at the exit. Guess what? I'm going to keep on searching this floor. There's no reason not to. That's what the name of the game is, guys, is power. And in order to gain more power, we must find more legendaries. Don't leave these floors. Doing this, honestly, does it take longer to finish up in a rift? Yeah. Okay. But there's a couple points to be made. Is that one, you're going to get your money's worth, so to speak, out of your keystones. And you're going to have more potential for legendary drops, which is what we need. We need more legendaries to become more powerful. The more legendaries we have... Sorry, I'm like gassy today. Ugh. The more legendaries that drop for us, the more chances we have at finding potential upgrades. And it doesn't matter in my mind where it comes from. If it comes from an elite, if it comes from a loose stone, if it comes from a pot, if it comes from a fucking coffin leaning up against the wall, I want those Legos, and I'm going to search every nook and cranny of the game. And that's what other people should be doing too. If you're wondering, oh, I'm playing on T6 and I'm only getting like 1 or 2 Legos a rift, and my buddy is getting like 10 a rift, well, guess what? Your buddy is breaking everything, he's searching everything, he's killing everything. And that's why he's getting more Legos than you are. And that's it. That's the 100% honest to God's truth, is that you are not maximizing the potential within the rifts you're running. So there we go. We've done 1 floor of the rift. We've already got 2 legs. I'm not running anything with magic find. You know, I don't have a topaz in my helm, as you can clearly see. No topaz. So that's not going to get any increased magic find from my helmet. I'm just making sure I don't leave anything behind. And that's the key here. There we go. Lego number 3 out of a chest. Yes. I'm not going to use it, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that one legendary is going to help me make my other gear that I am using stronger. We need those crafting supplies. Anyway, that's the case, guys. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave you with the gameplay. I'm going to turn my microphone off, maybe throw some music on over this, fast forward it, and I'll catch up with you again when the rift is over, and we'll count. There you... Number 4! Alright guys, back out of the rift. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for one rift. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, I've gotten a lot better. Mind you, I've gotten way more than that. But now let's look at the grand total between two rifts. So I got all these ones in the last rift I did before I started recording. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Now in the rift I just did, I got at least one of these Legos out of a chest. Okay. In the one before that, I got 2 from chests, I got 1 from a corpse, and I got 1 from a pot. And that's basically what I'm talking about. If you take the time, to actually just check everything, to go over all your breakables, all your clickables, everything, and you take your time to continue on in the floors after you have killed the Guardian, you are going to maximize your legendary drop potential, and you won't have to complain anymore about other people that you play with getting so many drops and you not getting nearly as much. That's just the point that I'm trying to make, is to maximize your potential in your rifts. You're spending 5 keystones to get into a rift. This is especially if you're going solo, right? And if you do this when you're going in a party, you're going to get even more drops, in my opinion, right? Because the magic, the drop chance, it increases in parties, right? This doesn't just apply to T6. This applies to all levels of difficulty. This is how you're going to find more legendaries. You just click everything, break everything, and you're going to find more. And then there's no reason for you to complain. If you're just running into a rift to get those bloodstones, I mean, yeah, bloodstones are cool and all, but at the same time, I mean, what are you using your bloodstones for, guys? Right? You're using them to get these legendaries. That's why you're using your bloodstones, because you want to get legendaries. Well, why not try and get some of those legendaries in the rifts without spending your bloodstones, right? And then save up your bloodstones so that you can spend a whole slew of them all at once and get nothing. Nothing! Anyway, guys, I thought that I would, just make this video and give my 2 cents on it, because I know a lot. This video does not apply to everybody. Obviously, lots of people understand this, but for whatever reason, there is still a section of the Diablo 3 community that doesn't really get it. That they're just like, well, why do these people get so many legendaries? And I don't get so many legendaries. Why do they have super magic find and blah 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 blah, and RNG is BS and my account is glitched? And it's like, no, buddy, your account is not glitched. You are not farming efficiently, and that's all I'm saying. I mean, does it take a little longer to fully clear a rift, to break everything, to search everything, to kill everything? Yes, it takes longer, but you're getting your money's worth out of your keystones, because right now it still costs 5 keystones a rift, which means you got to do a full set of bounties to get into a rift, right? You're getting your money's worth, and you're finding more legs. It's very, very, very seldom. I'm going to say 10% of the time will I do a rift and not find a legendary. Okay? I'm going to say 60% of the time I find 3+. Okay, and like, that's good. 3 a rift, I'm happy with 3 a rift. And then there's times when I get 6. There's times when I get 10. One time I had 15 drops out of 1 rift because I check everything. Start doing that, you won't have anything to complain about. You don't have glitched accounts where you're not getting as many drop chances as everybody else that's playing. That's BS, guys. That's just grasping at straws, trying to come up with reasons why you're not getting the drops that other people are getting, right? Is it going to take time to find the stuff that you want? Absolutely. You're not going to start doing this today and then today get an SMK for your witch doctor. It's not going to happen. I mean, it might happen. I should say it's not going to happen. RNG is RNG. And, you know, you could get a fucking SMK, your first legendary drop, when you hit 70. But this is going to help you get the gear you want if you just take the extra time to fully clear a rift. Don't just run in there and kill the Guardian, especially if you're in randoms. Like, if you're playing with randoms and they're all ready to fucking pile out of the rift the moment the Guardian's done, say, hey guys, slow down. Slow down. There's much more room for legendary opportunities here, because we still have 3 floors of the rift. Let's do it. Let's get some Legos. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Later.